Can We Talk Music, the interview, featuring Donatello.
Donatello.
All right. So you rap. How? Like, where you get that from? Like, the inspiration for it?
I mean, like, I always, from being being a little child, I always had like a little book that I kept,
Okay.
like just to rap. Just because I felt as a child I was weird.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, all the feelings that I had, I always used to keep like a journal or like a little book, and I would write and I would put my thoughts into it. So when I became at an age to know what my thoughts were, I was like, oh, this shit sounds good.
Okay.
And I don't know if a lot of people know the roll call. Like when they had 102 Jams, they used to have like a roll call.
Yeah.
Roll call,
Yeah.
like with Monica May, what's the dude name? They used to have like the roll call, and I used to call up there every day and just do the roll call, just rap, just freestyle, whatever. So I became the roll call king.
Oh shit.
And from then I just, was just like, oh, I can rap or whatever, and I just used to just write, and I just, as an adult, now I'm like, oh, you could be a rapper.
Okay.
Because of the shit that you spit. So that's where it came from. But I always had like lyrics and shit that I would, write or whatever.
And with you, like, deciding to rap, is it like a form of therapy or something? Like, what does it do for you?
For me, it is therapy.
Okay.
Because I never went and saw a therapist. I've lost so many people in my lifestyle, like died or they got murdered. Like my nephew was murdered and killed, and he wasn't even 21 yet.
Wow.
My brother went to prison on a life sentence when I was in 5th grade. That was another thing. I lost my best friend when I was in 5th grade.
Wow.
Like, seen get murdered. So it was a lot of stuff. So I never went and seen nobody.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, it was therapy.
Okay.
But a lot of people don't understand how it was therapy. But yes, to me, it was therapy. Like, it was therapy.
Help you get all that out.
Yeah.
That's dope. So what made you choose the name Donatello? Because I'm into, like, you know what I'm saying?
Because I love the Ninja Turtles.
I was about to say the Turtles.
I love the Ninja Turtles. And when I knew I loved them, because it was one day I was in elementary, my mama used to watch All My Children.
Okay.
On, like, back in the day, you used to record before the DVR. Bitch, your mama, bitch, make sure my shit on the channel and record my shit. And it was one day I went to school and the Ninja Turtles was coming on, and I didn't record my mama's soap opera.
Mm-hmm.
And when we came home, and she was like, "Oh, I'm finna, watch my soap opera," and it was the Ninja Turtles. And from that day, I loved the Ninja Turtles, and I mean the real before all this shit, like the real Ninja Turtles. So from then, like, she cussed me out, man, you ain't record my soap operas. So I always loved Ninja Turtles, and I always loved Donatello. So from then, it always stood. Like, Donatello was my favorite character.
Okay, so that's dope. Because I like Ninja Turtles too. That's why I asked whatever. Oh my. Okay, so before we get into the music and everything, do you have things that you do outside of music? Like,
outside of music, I work. And that's the only thing I have. Yeah, that's the only.
That's real.
And what's crazy about it is because even my close friends, like my family, they know, like, what Kenny doing.
Okay.
He working. I'm on, actually, sorry y'all. I'm supposed to work today.
Oh.
But,
Oops.
And I don't give a fuck, because, I mean, whoever see it, whatever, but, like, I work.
Look, he was sick, okay?
Yeah, I'm sick.
Exactly.
But that's, outside of that, I work and then family.
Okay.
Like, I spend time with my family. That's it. Just rapping, working, listen to music. If I'm not rapping, then I'm listening to music. If I'm not working, then I'm listening to tracks, or I'm just so involved in music.
No, that makes sense. And you from Orlando, right?
Yeah.
That's so. Well, our audience, most of us are based in Orlando, so like they'll know what side of town you grew up
on. Well, I'm from Copper Shores.
Okay.
My family, like my brothers, my grandma, all them there, we from Copper Shores, but at the time where I was born and when I was brought up, my mama moved us to the east side.
Okay.
So a lot of the shit that was happening, like, it was like back and forth. Like, I would go to Copper Shores, then I would go to the east side. Then I would come back to Copper Shores, and I would go to the east side. So a lot of things that my siblings, dealt with, I didn't deal with that.
Okay.
And I guess I was the child that was like, not to say the golden child, but I was like the child where it was like I didn't have to deal with a lot of that. So I was on the east side, I was in Copper Shores. I was on the east side, I was in Copper Shores. So I basically got, all around. But the east side is like mine.
That's what you claim.
That's my claim.
Okay.
That's what I.
That's dope. Okay, so dialing back to your personal life because we want, the viewers and the fans to get to know you and everything. So you are LGBTQ, open about that.
Mm-hmm.
And is that something, because, I mean, the LGBTQ scene is starting to get, not necessarily big, I don't want to say big because sexuality is not really like something that should be super important like that, but it's starting to be, we're starting to see more hip hop divulge in that area.
Are you though?
I mean, got you. And then, we got people like Saucy Santana out there.
But when you say that and you say we starting to see hip hop in the LGBT, do you think Santana is hip? This is my thing. Do you, when you say, oh, well, now, the LGBT is big or whatever, we starting to see music and stuff, do you feel like that's hip hop? Or do you feel like this is a person that's, oh, now it's hip hop? Like, do you think that, or do you think because this person is rapping that it's hip hop? Like, what are your...
Okay, so I'm pretty, versed in hip-hop or whatever. So I know LGBTQ members have been a part of hip-hop for as long as the genre has been around.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people are, they gay, bi, whatever the case might be. And it's just not something that they broadcast on a large scale. But then, so nowadays, you're starting to see, Saucy Santana, like I mentioned, and Bobby Lights and people like that starting to come out. I don't necessarily say, that is hip hop in the LGBT, because I feel like if you black, hip hop is just you.
Yeah.
But it is the most prevalent, mainstream representation, in my opinion. Now, I'm from the outside looking in, so I don't necessarily know about the underground artists coming up out here, like yourself, but on a national stage, that's what we see. Saucy Santana, we see Bobby Lights on Love Hip Hop, argue with Trina enemies and all kind of shit like that.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't necessarily call it hip hop because I know, people, they do what they do on their low time, and then they get out here and they portray another lifestyle through hip hop, and that just is what it is. Some people.
And I mean, I agree with it, but I know for me, I can say that I am hip hop. I grew up with music. I know music. This is the shit.
Yes,
I used to listen to my mama play music. And I mean, me being finna be 33 years old, I mean, I'm listening to Heat Wave and Luther Vandross. This the shit my mama was playing me growing up.
Right,
so
right.
Music has already been inclined in me.
Okay.
So when people put names, they be like, oh yeah, we see Saucy Santana, or we see Santana here, a gay rapper, or this is hip hop. It's no shade to him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have no bad beef with him. It's just not the same. I don't want to be in the category with him because it's not the same. Because I'm not a nigga that's sitting here saying, oh, my pussy this and my pussy. I'm a male.
Right.
So I don't got a beard with nails on. It's just a different type of scenery.
I understand.
And people always compare and they be like, oh, you a gay rapper, so this is what you're automatically gonna look like. Or niggas be like, oh, he gay, oh, we don't want to hear that. It's not the same.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not knocking him because I've known Santana before he got big, when they was walking like the dog. I knew he did makeup, whatever. I'm not a hater. Do what you do, but don't put me in that box,
right,
because we're not the same. I don't have a beard with nails.
Mm-hmm.
I don't dress in drag. Mm-hmm. I don't, tell I have a pussy. When I rap, it's me. Right. I'm telling, my truth, my story. I'm not, making niggas feel like they're fool when it's real. Mm-hmm. So I battle with, oh, well, you so compared to him and it's no comparison. I'm on a different level. Santana, I whatever it is, but it's not the same. So if people think that's hip hop and they think that's rap, kudos to them. Mm-hmm. That's what they think. But it's a different. We not on the same.
Okay. So basically, his style of hip hop is not your style. The things.
It's not, but he don't even call himself hip hop. It's the people. It's the fans. It's the bloggers that said it. He don't call himself hip hop, but You know, that's what the people do.
Right. Okay, so because you mentioned like his aesthetic or whatever, the beard, nails, makeup, you know what I'm saying, purses, you know how Santana get down.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's important for hip hop to see another side of the LGBT in hip hop?
I feel like it's very important. I feel like that's what his hip hop is missing. I feel like when you see love in hip hop, I feel like those are like, you know, when you had the Players Club, when you had Dollar Bill, that's how Mona Scott is doing with the black community. When you look at love in hip hop, all you see is fighting. They doing all this, blah blah blah. You got stereotypes. So when you go into a real world, like I have walked into a mall, just me like this, dressed like this. This how niggas dress, like out of the whatever. It's straight niggas that dress how I dress.
Right.
I've been to the mall and
nice shirt.
Immediately, oh, he gay, or you know we don't fuck with him, or we seen Santana, or we seen him on Love and Hip Hop, so he automatically gonna come up to me and you. It's not like that in the everyday world. Like it's really gay people that are really normal. It's really gay people that don't like boys or trade or whatever. That it's not like that. But the world, you see TV. Oh, Santana out there with nails and shit. That mean a gay nigga walk in, he gonna think when he see a gay person, he automatically gonna be attracted to him or he gotta pull his guard. It's not like that. My thing is I want the world to see it's other gay people that's not what y'all see on TV. Or it's other gay people that don't automatically want the straight men or don't automatically, it's just a bigger world.
No, that makes sense.
And I want people to know that. But you don't see that, and you don't see that today. All you see is the Santanas. All you see is, oh, a nigga with a purse. Or all you see is, like, that's what you see. So you're normalized to, oh, well, if I see a gay person, oh, he automatically gonna want me. No, it's not that. Like, it's not that. It's more to the shit. Like, and I just want people to know that.
Yeah, it's a spectrum, and then like you said, not everybody's the same.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you brought that up because there's a narrative being pushed that, you know, media does like influence how things are perceived and how the minds of our, you know, young people and stuff work like that. And we don't necessarily want, like you said, only one story to be told. So it's dope that you kind of like out here, like, oh, it's a different side.
Yeah.
Everything ain't love and hip hop.
Yeah.
And you out here just saying like, hey,
it's real life.
So do you talk about that in your music?
I do.
Okay.
I feel like this is the hardest album that's gonna be out, and it's not to toot my own horn. I feel like this is gonna be a real hip hop album.
Okay.
I feel like
What's the name of it? So the people
it's called 21.
21
by Donatello. It's dropping next Friday, October the 30th. I feel like this is gonna be a hip hop album. I feel like this is gonna be real. I feel like I'm speaking my truth. I'm nervous because bitch motherfuckers finna get the real teas and they finna really get involved. So that's the main thing why I'm nervous. But I'm also excited because ain't no gay artist drop no shit like I'm about to drop.
Okay.
Like niggas finna really be like, oh wow, like oh this nigga, like it's really, and that's another thing why I didn't ask for no help. Like I did this is me. This me. So I want niggas to be like, oh damn, I just listened to cause that's what they gonna do. I just listen to a gay assist. Like I want them because it's not your average bitch. I'm spitting. Like I'm telling my story, and that's the only thing that I wanted. I wanted people to hear my story and hear it on a different platform than what you see on TV.
Gotcha. So with that, do you feel like you have a chance at changing the perception that comes along with being a gay rapper? Because, and I'm asking this because before we start recording, you talked about your difficulties in that. Like, you don't necessarily get the support from the LGBT community here that you would like to.
Well, what I always say is I say I'm not a gay rapper. I'm a rapper that is gay.
Okay, so it's not.
So I always say that in my songs, and my real friends will tell you. I've been saying that from the beginning. I'm not a gay rapper. I'm just happen to be a rapper that's gay. So I feel like no, I don't think I can. People are gonna think how they're gonna think, and it's just like look at how 2020 is now.
Right.
It's a lot of shit that you're gonna have to change and you have to gonna do. I don't think me coming out is gonna change a lot of people's thought, but it's also going to expire, or it's also going to make people think and be like, oh, well, damn, I didn't know that this happened too.
Right.
Or I didn't know that that's my thing. When 21 come, like my album 21, when 2021 come, maybe we can, change the narrative or maybe we can do things. But right now, I need to release this so motherfuckers can see that it's not the same and that he not playing.
Gotcha.
And that's my thing.
Got you. Stephanie's excited.
Yeah, period.
So, let's talk about 21 because it sounds like to me we about to get something we ain't necessarily heard before. We got a favorite song up there?
My favorite song
First of all, before you answer that, I don't mean to cut you off. How many songs on the project?
is 15.
15 songs.
15 tracks.
So it's out now.
It's an album.
Okay.
It's everything to me. It's an album. It's something. And when I say that, because a lot of motherfuckers don't know what it takes to do shit like this, what I do. A lot of people think, oh, you could just go ahead and rap behind a mic, or you can. I've sat in the studio with motherfuckers that have been doing this, that'll get behind the mic and freeze.
Yeah.
I've been doing this shit, and I mean like on my phone. Like I remember being a little kid and just being like rapping on my phone and just recording this shit. Like it take a lot to this. So when I say don't put me in the same category with Santana, or when I say don't put me in the same category with some people, when it comes to a mic, when it comes to this, ain't nobody on my caliber. Like ain't nobody doing what I do.
So
nobody can speak. Nobody on my pen.
Okay.
Nobody is doing what I do, and that's not to sound cocky, but nobody is doing what the fuck I do. So it's offensive when people be like, "Oh, we gonna put you in a box, or we gonna compare you." Don't compare me to nobody else.
You could be cocky.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, everybody want to be the best.
It's my interview, right? Yeah, I'm
sure. Like, everybody want to be the best. Like,
but I don't want to come off as that because I show so much love. But at the end of the day, nobody's matching my opinion.
I got you. So, because we got to get back to the question about your favorite song, but do you feel like you get pushback from the community, the LGBT community?
I feel like I got pushback from the LGBT community because I don't come out in the LGBT community anymore. If that makes sense.
Because you don't participate.
Right. So I've been out. I came out when I was 16 years old.
Okay.
But I've been doing that before I was 16. So I remember coming to the club when I couldn't even go in the club. And people would, let us in. And, I would be in that world. But as an adult, I became an introvert. Like, I became, I don't want to be around people. Like, I became, like, my friends, like, my real friends would tell you, I would be in the club and I'd be like, I'm ready to go. Or give me your keys. I'm ready to go in the car. Like, I've just always been that person. So, a friend of mine had to tell me, Kenny, you can't be upset because the community don't support you when you don't even be in the community.
Okay.
And my argument was, the community know me. So, regardless of this and this and that, bitch, y'all know what I give, but y'all know where I come from, whatever. So it still shouldn't be no try, or I should still never feel like the community don't support me.
Right.
Like, so I didn't agree with that. So I just kept being like, I was an introvert through this whole album progress. Recording, I didn't fuck with people. I wasn't out in the clubs. I wasn't going out. And I think that hindered me a lot because I wanted the support from my community, but the community's so fucked up right now to where it's like, I don't even give a fuck.
Okay. Wow, that's dope.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Well, shit. Hopefully, when you get your project out, and people see this interview, they'll start to look at you.
I mean, you ain't got no choice.
I mean that, but
don't got no choice.
We also want, because this platform is all about promoting Orlando's talent. Like we want to take. I mean, we talk about on the podcast, Spotify, Apple, wherever you listen to podcasts. We talk about the bigger guys a lot of times.
Yeah.
But that's more so to get people accustomed to hearing people like Donatello in the same conversations as a Drake or Chris Brown or whatever, because, you know what I'm saying? Like, Orlando got talent.
And let me say this. I appreciate this. I appreciate the podcast. I appreciate the Kari. I appreciate my friend Rachel, who, shout out to Rachel. I appreciate it because during this, it's not a lot of platforms that's shouting out to the black men or that's just black owned. Like you living in a time now where it's like this is important, and then for me to be gay and to be a rapper, that's also important.
Definitely.
So I appreciate y'all giving me the platform to even come and tell my story, to even question me, because that mean a lot. And some people may not get it, but I'm very humble and I appreciate this. Like thank you for doing that because I'm glad that now I can finally tell my story.
Yeah, because we want stories to be told.
Like, I appreciate that.
Like you said, there's a narrative being pushed that certain people in not even just the LGBT community, but the black community as well, they're trying to portray us in a certain light, and we all different. Like we're not monolithic. You know what I'm saying? We have our own life stories, we have our own issues that we're dealing with. Like just because we black men don't mean we all want to say stuff. So it's dope that you know what I'm saying. If you get over here and talk about it,
and it means a lot. It really means a lot.
Well, it means a lot. So we appreciate you.
Thank you.
But switching gears. Because I asked, what was your favorite song? But I want to change that question. 15 songs. Give me 3 of them that you feel like we definitely need to hear from this project. Because you know people fickle these days. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you know what I'm saying? He nobody or whatever. They play the first song for 15 seconds. If the beat ain't catching them, they turn the shit off. So give me 3 records from your album that you feel like people should listen to in order to get like the full scope of what you're going for with your sound.
The intro.
The intro.
Bust My Gun.
Okay.
And then Imagination.
I like guns. Look.
They're my 3.
Stephanie the God Queen.
They're my 3. They're my tracks.
Okay.
And I would say the whole album, but you're giving me a number.
Right.
So intro,
listen.
I feel like the intro I come in, and that's what I say. When I say I ain't talking shit, when I say like when you hear my album, like Nikki said something when she be like, damn, it's the lyric where she say, my daddy was on crack, not a whole album crack. You ain't got a secret track. Yeah. Like, so it's like, that's how I feel. Yeah, I gotta get a plaque. I ain't gotta get awards when I walking out the door, autographs with a plug. Like, so that's how I feel. Like, it's from the intro. Just listen, and it's not just for my. Just listen, cause it's gonna put straight people on my. It's gonna put the thug. It's just listen to it before you be like, oh, like just listen. That's all I want.
Gotcha.
That's all I want. Just listen to it.
Dope. And I'm glad that you mentioned Nick, because I'm a big Nicki fan.
I am too.
Like,
I am too.
I feel like that lady is the queen.
I am.
You know
I mean, I am. That's.
Ain't really no chick out there really seeing her like that.
Yeah.
So would you say that Nicki Minaj is one of your influences?
Immediately.
Okay,
Nicki Minaj is my favorite. Not my. I love Nicki because a lot of people like, oh, you can buy it. I love Nicki Minaj because I seen the work that Nicki Minaj put into it. I was a fan of Nicki Minaj in 2006 when she was, selling shit out of her trunk. It was like, bitch, I've been a fan. And I also seen Nicki Minaj work so hard and her not get her credit.
Right.
Or I've seen her battle niggas.
And be busting.
So it's like, I'm a Nicki Minaj fan, bitch, before this interview. Today, when I woke up, and y'all watching this interview, my sister, my best friend, all y'all that we was talking before I came here, they know I was blasting Nicki Minaj the whole time. The whole night, just blasting in the ear. They like, damn, turn it. I was like, no. Like, that gave me, like, she everything to me. Okay. Like, I love her.
Okay, so I'm gonna make this a little hard then because I'm right there with you. Like, I can't even really explain it, bro. Like, I've been following this lady's career forever, bro. And I like you know what I'm saying? I hear the work that I see the work that she putting in. I hear like the creativity and the authenticity and the skill that she puts behind, like the verses that she writes and everything. Like,
and she writes it. That's another thing. Yeah. When you write, if you don't understand how it feels to pick up a pen or to write or to even, that shit is hard. So I feel like, oh, real motherfuckers should just sit down. Like, you shouldn't even like, if you don't, to write, like, it takes a lot to come up with your own shit and to make your lives better than what's now. It takes a lot. So
look, I did the rapping thing also. Like, every now and then I get back in the booth or whatever, but I do know it. That shit is not easy to sit down.
It's really hard.
I mean, it becomes easy after you get accustomed to it, but writing and making that shit sound good, making sure you hit your pockets or whatever, making sure, because it's not even just writing. You gotta do vocals. To me now, it's nothing. Like, it's like, to me, like,
I can get in, and a lot I battle that too because I'm not a freestyle rapper.
Okay.
Like I'm not a like Remy Ma. Like how Remy Ma is like a battle.
Yeah, she a
like,
battle.
I'm not a freestyle rapper.
You know.
But I am a, when it comes to my, like I can, you could put me in the booth for, I write. Like I come up with shit and I be like, God, like damn. How I'm coming, like when it comes to that, like my pen is just something that's not comparable to any other, like I don't, like that. I'm just gonna be cocky and I'm just gonna say that, like I don't see no bitch when it comes to my pen.
Gotcha.
Like when it come get in the studio, like let's rap, and that's what my thing with, when it comes to Santana. I love Santana. That's like my case. Like it's no shade. I apply because you're doing shit that I'm not doing. I'll go and work a 9 to 5 every day. So I'm not at that point where it's like, oh, let me quit my job and I'm not at that point yet. So I apply Santana what you're doing, but also you don't want to see me in a booth.
Oh, ooh.
And that's just,
Well, on the track, it's a problem.
that's just, I mean, that's, I don't, not no shade. That's my friend. I love, but when it comes to, I ain't talk about, oh, let my pussy in the hell, like, nah, let's rap.
But
like, bitch, I come from Nas and Jay-Z and Andre 3000. Like, I come from a place where music is like, niggas don't, and then you're only based on one fan.
Right.
Straight niggas ain't listening to that shit.
Okay.
Let's be real.
No, you're right.
Let's be real. So I'm not, that's just like Lil Boosie. Lil Boosie is Lil Boosie because he don't want to go further than where he's at. So Lil Boosie, you're always going to have the fan base of the Lil Boosie.
Yeah, Boosie.
But when you look at Jeezy now that's trying to
elevate,
or you look at people that's trying to come to reach the white people or reach the people, it's more to that. So I'm not trying to just reach the gay people. I don't want to be they rapping that. I want the niggas to be like, oh damn, that nigga hard as fuck.
So you say you want to be universal to a point where your audience is bigger than just.
It's not even like universal. When you're doing music is music. I come from an era where music made me feel away.
Right.
I come away from which I used to see my mama, or I would listen to a track, and you just be emotional.
Gotcha.
You just be like, damn. Like when Lil Wayne came up with "Fuck the World," that track, it was everything to me. When Lil Wayne and Gucci Mane came out with that song, that was everything. Carter, like it's an experience that you just, when it comes to music. So just to let these motherfuckers get by and just be like, oh, that's okay, and we gonna do that, that's offensive to me.
Gotcha.
So that's why I say that. It's not no shade, it's not no I don't hate, but bitch, when it comes to my pen, no gay artist is seeing me in that aspect. And I'm sticking to that.
Hey, I like that. Especially, like I said, I'm a Nicki fan. She be the same way.
Yeah.
Like, she know her pen is cold, and she not about to let nobody tell her otherwise.
Yeah.
And I fuck with stuff like that. Because if you really believe your shit or whatever, like you really.
And when you can rap, you can write.
Exactly.
And when you can write, you can rap. Like when
Yeah,
she be like, I come in the room with a 50 niggas and no nigga tell me what to say to put on my pen.
Right.
So it's like you gotta fuck with shit like that. You gotta respect it, and I respect the pen.
Cause that's real shit.
That's real. It's real.
Okay, so let's like make it look like top 3 influences, like musical influences on your style of music. Who are those 3 artists?
On my style, I really don't. My favorite people right now, my favorite, and I say this forever, Andre 3000.
Okay,
That's my favorite. Favorite, like that. If I could put Outkast, I would put Outkast in one. But Andre was a person that told me that he rap like me and he different.
Gotcha.
A nigga would put on bell bottoms and rap, and niggas, the hardest niggas would be, oh, that's Andre 3 Stacks.
Yeah.
That was because it showed it to me growing up. It was like, yeah, he ain't gay, but he different.
Yeah,
and he still rapping, and niggas still living. So that was my favorite influence from the jump. Tupac is another one.
Okay.
But other than that, Andre, Nicki, I fuck with Drake.
Okay.
And I fuck with a lot of new people. Like I fuck with like Lil Baby. I like Lil Baby. I like the Baby. I like people like that. But going back, like Andre, Lil Wayne, Nicki, Jay-Z, Nas, I mean, even, like Ja Rule, like a lot of people when we were growing up changed the game. It was different when we was growing up. Yeah. So these are the people that I look for. You look at Drake with 40. Drake, they say what they want to say about Drake. But that's the hottest nigga out in the game. That's the coldest nigga out in the game right now.
We have not had a rapper like Drake ever in hip hop.
Ever.
His run from him coming out, he been.
They just said that he got the most. God's Plan was the most song ever in the world.
Yeah,
on Apple Music, like that was the first. So that make you think. And I go back to Lil Boosie. When you set in an era, or you're sitting in a place where you're comfortable, you're comfortable. But to reach, when you reach bitches in China, or you reaching bitches that's not from your world, that speaks volumes. So you got to appreciate shit like that. But I also appreciate people like Lil Boosie who like, nigga, I'm good with this, and I'm okay with it. Yeah, appreciate his craft because bitch, he know what the shit is. But also appreciate people like Jeezy who finna marry a fucking Asian girl who is trying to get out this he doing business work and he's still Jeezy, but that nigga trying to come up from where he at. Respect that too, and it's like niggas don't. I don't know. It's just 2020 is just fucked up. Like it's just the mind's like it's just fucked up.
Yeah, Rona did us in. She did us dirty.
It's just fucked up.
And now everybody out here acting crazy.
Yeah, it's really.
So, what's the meaning behind the name? Can I talk about the album? Mm-hmm. What's the meaning behind 21? Like, what's the? Because you got 15 songs in there, but the album named 21.
Well, 21 came from before it was called Meek's Feelings.
Okay.
I was in the studio one day and I was like, damn, this shit really fucked up. I said, I can't wait the 2021 come.
Oh, okay.
And the engineer that was in me was like, 21. So I was like, 21. And then not only that, what niggas say, I'm 21 by mine.
Right.
I'm like, so that came, and
that's
then also, when I was 21 years old, I was living free. I ain't had no bills. I ain't have, so a lot of the shit that's on my album comes from a place when I was 21. Okay. It comes from a place, so it's like 21 got so many different meanings. But the most meaning I can say because I'm 21, I'm finna give y'all 21 about mine. Gotcha. And that's where.
And for those people who don't know, because we do have viewers from different parts of the world, we just not local and shit. I mean, we local, you know what I'm saying? Being 21 about just basically being an adult. Like being real, being grown about your shit. Yeah. And that's what it sounds like, this album.
And that's what it really is. When niggas be like, oh, I'm 21 about mine. That's what it really is. Like 21 is just, I'm finna be 21 about mine. I'm finna be real. I'm nervous because I'm finna spit real. I'm telling my T's, and T's mean business. If y'all don't know what T's, I'm telling my T's, I'm telling my business, I'm being real. I'm talking about, like, it came to a point to where I had my brother serving a life sentence. Wow. And sometimes I'll be like, I can't say certain things because I don't know if this if you get it. So it's like, it was just a lot. So it's like 21, this, I ain't got no child. This is my first child.
Dope. So any features on this project?
I have a featuree, which is my engineer.
Okay.
A reason why I don't have, and people know this, the reason why I don't have and fuck with a lot of features is because you can't make a person want your dream more than you want.
Right. True.
True. I don't like to get and feature people because I don't like people to come in and do what they do just because they do. It's my project. Woo. So I'm a person that's like, oh, well, you just rap that. I rap it again, or do it again, or do this tape. And motherfuckers be like, oh, no, I just came and did my shit. So, yeah, let me just do it by myself.
Got you.
Because I don't want to argue. I don't want to get into that because your shit is your shit. And you can't make people live your dream. You can't make people want your shit more than you want your shit. So I just be like, fuck that. I don't want no features. When I make it big and I can, give you your stack or what you want to play, then we can do that. But right now, it's like, bitch, I'm coming out the paint. So, bitch, if I feel like, bitch, get on my shit and ride. Because, bitch, I know that I can ride. And a lot of times saying this, I think people be nervous to get on the track with me. So,
okay. I'm glad you said that, though, because even on the more mainstream level, people, they do features or whatever, the shit don't even make sense with the topic of the song. And so I'm glad that you like, you know what, I'm going to just take the reins, do this shit myself, get my shit off, and make it sound how you want it to sound. Yeah. Dope. Any videos from it, though?
I did one video. Okay. It was off for Moneybagg. Say something.
Okay. That's on YouTube. Or you can find that.
Yeah, it's on you. It's I posted this everywhere, but my thing was I didn't want to put no single out. I didn't want people to already put a narrative on me.
Gotcha.
So when I dropped this, now it's like niggas hear it and tell me now.
Okay.
Like I don't want you to see nothing. Like I don't want nothing, bitch. 10:30 when it drop, go ahead and listen and then give me your whatever how you feel. So that's why I don't have no, videos or I ain't released a major single.
Mm-hmm.
But if you hear it, it's like 2 songs that I've been promoting.
Gotcha.
That you'll hear and you're like, oh, I heard that before. But that was one of the main reasons why I didn't want no single or no visuals or anything like that.
Okay, dope. So, if you could say in a few words what you want people to take away from this project, what would that be?
My main reason, I'm doing this for the community outside of me.
Okay.
I want people to hear my story. I want my friends to say, I never knew this about Kenny. I want my friends to be like, oh, damn, this is new. I want straight niggas to be like, I ride with him, or, like, he good, or he not offensive, or I'm not uncomfortable. I want my mama to be like, I'm proud of my son.
Okay.
I want my brother that's in prison, like, right now, to be like, and that's a surprise on my album. I want him, like, he's proud of me. And that was my only thing, because I ain't had no male figures growing up.
Okay.
So my brother imagine watching your brother, he the biggest drug. Like, he the nigga that's popping.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
you facing your own shit, and you showing this nigga, he showing love to people, niggas that I'm going to school with.
Gotcha.
Because, you know what I'm saying? So it was hard for me. I come from, my mama got 6 kids, but 7 that, and it's all girls.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, my brother was my, like, everything to me, and he was in the streets, and I never had that.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to learn a lot of shit from learning from my own.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nobody said, oh, little nigga, let's go. I ain't learned all that shit. And then I'm gay. So it's like, do I say this? And they're going to feel offended? Like, it was just a lot of shit that I battled with. So I just wanted, him to be happy. He's proud. And that's the only thing that I give a fuck. I don't care about the money. I don't care about if I'm not signed. I just feel like I want the world to hear my story and just hear my shit and just listen and give me my flowers.
Dope.
Give me my props.
Right.
That's all.
That's dope. So, where can we find the project when it drop? Where we
It's gonna be everywhere. Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, YouTube, TikTok. Like it's gonna be everywhere. It's gonna be everywhere. And just like again, I say, just listen. Like don't compare me to Santana. Don't compare me. I'm not. It's no comparison.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not money hungry. Like I just want a bitch to just listen and just give me my G's and just to know that it's more people out there that's not what you see.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like today, I met 2, like talking to the niggas that I just talked to today.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to them, but you wouldn't know, like it's people that don't know that it's actually niggas and black males that's out there that's really knowledgeable, but people don't know.
Right.
So they automatically think that they just put you on that that's what he cut hair or he gonna feel like it's niggas that's really knowledgeable that people don't know. Just like me, I learned information that I don't even know. So now I'm finna go home, tell my friends and be like, oh, well, this nigga just told me about this and this and that. Do y'all know about this? Mm-hmm. So it's just you living in the world like that. That's my whole thing. Just listen. Everybody not wearing nails. Everybody don't have a beard. That's gay. Everybody not wearing lashes. Everybody don't want to fuck your nigga. Everybody don't want to be out there. It's gay people that are out there that are really cool and genuine. That's not all about that shit. But how the world perceive, it's like, oh, now I'm in the room with people that they feel uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. Or now I'm in the mall. Like I've been to a studio, pay my money, and the nigga say, soon as I start rapping, oh, I didn't know you was. Oh no, we can't. I'm gonna go ahead and refund. Like we can't do that. Or I can't. And I'm like, and I'm finna drop a gem on you. Mm. My cousin Ebony, my first cousin. This is my first cousin. Her fiance is Ayo.
The producer.
WAP. He got WAP. Cardi B, #1 song in the world. Right. He did 2 of my songs on my album. Okay. Right.
Dope. Shout out to Ayo.
I'm just gonna say that. But the thing about it is, he made me work. Okay. Like a lot of people be like, oh, oh
It
well,
wasn't no handout.
damn, why you ain't? Cause that nigga came from the paint.
Right.
So he wasn't just he didn't give a like nigga, you gonna work.
Mhm.
But my thing is, I've been there when niggas would just be like, oh nah, dog, you gay? Or you this way, or we ain't gonna like refund me my money, or just you can't record here because of this, or that's offensive what you just said.
Gotcha.
And nigga, I just paid you my coin. So how you telling me I can say what I want? I just paid you, so nigga, just do it.
Right.
So I battle like it's hard being a gay rapper in this industry because a lot of people they don't fuck with it or they don't. And I can admit I can fuck with a nigga that say they not used to it because of what they see,
Right.
what they think. Oh, you gay? Or you finna come here like you got nailed? Like you finna come in like I'm not that same person. So just listen, just give me my flowers. Just listen, dog. And then after that, if you feel the same way, which I know you're not, then we'll talk about it. But just at least let me get in the door. Like, bitch, let me drink some water.
Yeah.
Like,
Just
you
let
know what I'm
me
saying?
do
Like,
you.
let me at
You do
least get in the door and let me do me, because
Right.
everybody not the same.
Because you finna be 21 by
Yeah, I'm finna be 21 by mine. And I believe it's finna pop. And I know niggas gonna live, and I know it's gonna be, I know it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good for the culture. It's gonna be good for the people. It's gonna be, like I said, I'm not a gay rapper.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a rapper that's gay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be big for the culture. It's gonna be, my brother told me my brother in prison and he on my shit.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that's gonna be something that's gonna, my mama finna go bananas.
How you get your brother on there and he behind?
Just one day I was like, bro,
Spit your shit.
just say something. He said something. I went
On
to
the
my
phone?
on the phone. I went to my engineer. I said, hey, can you put this? Man, she said, I got you. When I heard it,
You got a female engineer?
Yeah.
Shout out to
yeah,
that.
she is a female. Reed Majorway,
scenes.
female engineer,
Mhm.
did first. And mind you, she been trying to get me, but I was dogging her ass.
Why
She
you
was,
dog-
cause you a girl. You like what you can do? Like I was
So you-
dogging her ass.
Oh, see,
Going to the
yeah.
niggas, I'm thinking, oh, I'm finna go to a nigga that, like, oh, let me go. And them the niggas that was trying playing in my face.
Mhm.
And she been at me for 2 years. I finally went to her, got her. She did my whole album. She made shit happen. She made shit pop. My mama, I already know my mama finna go bananas when she hear this track, Imagination. Like I said, my brother on it. You know, it's just amazing. So, you know, shout out to her.
Mhm.
Shout out to everybody that's been in the project. Shout out to anybody that sent me cash out for me recording in the studio. Shout out to when I was drunk in the studio and I had to park the car and I needed somebody to come get me because I was so emotional. Y'all know, like, shout out to all those people. Shout out to people that just believe. Shout out to the car. Shout out to the whole team that just came to give me a chance to just speak when this is really important and you don't see that nowadays. So it's just everybody black. So I just appreciate that because a lot of people you don't get that from people, and I respect that craft. I respect what y'all are doing. I respect for y'all giving me a platform to tell my story and for not secluding me in a box where everybody already think about gay artists. So thank you for that. Kudos.
No, thank you for being a part of it because we appreciate you and respect everything you're doing, your whole story and all that shit. Like, it's dope that you're like out here trying to change the narrative behind what people consider to be, you know, gay rappers and all that stuff because everybody got a story to tell and it don't necessarily have to be the story that you think it is just because you are your sexuality, just because your sexuality. And I don't think, because honestly, bro, like, sexuality shouldn't even really be a thing. It shouldn't even really be a conversation about, oh, this rapper's gay or this person's not or whatever. If you ain't trying to fuck this nigga, you shouldn't even be worried about what he into behind the scenes or his personal business or whatever. So it's dope that you like really out here trying to change.
But it is, though. You gotta let people know it is like that because it's motherfuckers that's
It is
really
like
out. Yeah, that's what you see.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is, it's not everybody. So that's my thing. But me, it's shit like that. So you just gotta. I just want to be the narrative to let people know it's not all of it. Just to let even with it's every girls that's just everywhere you think about. It's not all you look at shit when girls fight. You know, everybody not ghetto. Everybody don't be on time, be on TV fighting. Every black man is not selling drugs. Every black man is not on the street, on the corner, just because they got tattoos and beards and stuff. That don't mean, that's not their narrative.
Right.
And the world put them in that box, and that just, it fucks with me because it's like, That's not the narrative.
That shit holding us back.
That's not the. And I look at this man right here.
Mm-hmm.
I've been knowing his girlfriend for so long, and I painted this narrative like, oh, he not like he not cool, or and it's like you out here doing stuff, and this the shit that matters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This I appreciate Rachel. I appreciate her even coming to him, giving me a platform, because this is what it's all about. I learned a lot of shit today from two niggas that look like what the world. You know what I'm saying? Dreads, tattoo.
Right.
I've seen that, but a lot of people, they not gonna see that. They not even gonna give a fuck
Right.
about that, because the world gonna be like, oh well,
Stereotypical nigga.
oh he did. And it's not about that. It's
Right.
really niggas that are educated
Mm-hmm.
and that know what's going on, but they don't got the platform, or they don't have the voice, or they just stuck in a box, and that's just what it is. But I'm just hoping with my music, like if I get signed tomorrow and I become famous, that's gonna be my when they say what's the future for you, that's gonna be my goal.
Gotcha.
To get my niggas, the black people a different narrative.
And
This is what it is. It's people that are not doing what y'all think it is, and that's my main thing.
we appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's what we all about.
Yeah.
Everybody in this room is about that.
Yeah.
Like trying to make sure the full black story is told,
Yeah.
not just the shit that you see on TV, not just the shit that you see on the internet.
Mhm.
So we appreciate you coming through. Check us out anywhere you want to check us out. YouTube, Facebook, all Instagram, Twitter, all that shit. Give me your handles.
Donatello Online, you can find me anywhere. Twitter, that's Donatello Online. DONATELLO.
Donatello like the Ninja
Online, that's you like the Ninja Turtle, just go ahead and do that. And the one thing that I'm gonna say before we sign off,
Uh-huh.
when you see a black person, or you see a male, or you see anybody, don't be scared to talk to them. Don't think that they have that. Don't think that they're evil. Don't think that they're the same with what you see. Speak to a person, because it could change your whole life, and you will be surprised.
Come to
And
a
that's
nigga
what I just want to tell
open-minded.
people. Just really give people chances, because it's really motherfuckers that's out here that's trying to do shit, and y'all just keep knocking them down. But 10:30, y'all gonna see.
21 the album.
21, 10:30 on all streaming platforms.
October 30th.
$10.99 on iTunes. If you want to buy it, it's gonna be $10.99. Just support on. Just listen. Just listen.
Bet. I'm gonna go check that out. Shout out to Devin.
Shout out to all y'all. Thank y'all.
Exclusive Cuts Barbershop.
Thank
This
you.
wood wall, this shit still look good in the mall. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm bald, but just because I'm bald, I might come to this nigga shop just so he can, just because he showed love, because that's just what it's about. Just
yeah, definitely.
stop, like, bitch, listen to people sometimes, and that's just all. I just wish our black people just listen sometimes, and that's just all it's about. And thank you guys for giving me the platform to tell my story.
No problem. Anytime, you know what I'm saying, you want to come up and speak, well, we got you. Brian for Can We Talk Music, Donatella, remember, October 30th, 21 the album, holla at y'all.